Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Thursday. It is Thursday, July the 23rd. Okay guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Now, because in my other reading I said I was going to use the angel guide messages. That was angel answers. Now I'm using the angel guide messages, okay? So sorry for the little confusion, but now I'm using this deck. So let's see what you guys might need to know for July the 23rd, what the universe is trying to tell you guys, what spirit is trying to tell you at this time. Okay, but Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time for July 23rd? What is it that you can tell them at this time when it comes to the energies around them at this moment? Okay, what do they need to know at this time? Please and thank you. What can you tell them at this time when it comes to July 23rd? What clarity can you give them whenever they see this message or whenever they get this video? Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. Hopefully whatever resonates with them, they're able to take away some knowledge or wisdom or some type of clarity by the end of this message. So Spirit, what can you tell the collective for July 23rd? Please and thank you. Oops. What can you tell the collective at this time for July 23rd? What is it that they need to know, Spirit? Thank you. So we have compassion. Okay, you are somebody who's very compassionate, and I feel like a lot of times people don't get to know the real you as the collective watching this. And the reason why I say this is because people assume that compassion is something that has to be just given automatically. No. Okay, like you can have compassion and you can also shut it off when it's time for you to shut it off. And the reason why I say that is because, excuse me, I just had a hiccup. The reason why I said this is because a lot of times in life, you can be a compassionate person. People can see this about your energy. They can sense it. They can feel it. It's in your aura. And it's almost like people are just trying to play stupid. Okay, I'm not going to beat around the bush at this point. People are just trying to play stupid and act like, you know, they don't know that you're a compassionate person. So it's like, let me keep poking the bear or let me keep doing certain things to people. People who deserve your compassion will truly appreciate you and love on you because they appreciate the things that you've done for them when the people that were closest to them were not there for them in their deepest, darkest moments, okay? You are dealing with a group of people sometimes where, unfortunately, people abuse, you know, your kindness for weakness. And just because you cut somebody off or release their energy or you no longer speak to them, they feel like it's their mission to feel like, well, no, how dare you not speak to me anymore because, you know, you showed me love and you showed me care. So what? Somebody can show love and care to you all they want, but the moment that they feel disrespected or the moment that they feel disregarded when it comes to their heart and how they treat you is the moment that they have boundaries and they will protect that. So some of you guys are very compassionate. Not everybody knows this compassionate side about you, and that is why a lot of times when people judge you, they end up being wrong. It's like you prove people wrong because it's like, yeah, you're a compassionate person, but that doesn't mean that you're stupid enough to fall for people's, you know, traps or, you know, their mess or whatever the case is. So Spirit, what else can you tell the collective about them being compassionate? What about their compassion is very significant? Thank you. Yeah, because of your compassion, you have healing energy. And it's like people may not realize that with your healing energy, you bringing in compassion, love, you know, peace, people don't know how that feels, unfortunately. There are people out there who know it, they recognize it, they respect it, they love on you for that, and, you know, they show you the same type of compassion and care. There is a other half of people who, because they grew up in a certain household or a certain environment, okay, maybe they're accustomed to not receiving love or respect or whatever the case is, and then the moment that they meet you, who's a compassionate person, it's almost like, what is this feeling? You know, it's like people just, they don't know the feeling. They don't get it. And the thing about that too is just because you are going through trauma and you don't know what it's like to receive compassion and love doesn't mean that you abuse the person that's giving you the compassion and love. I would rather, like, speaking for the collective, I know some of you guys, and I say I would rather because I know somebody out there will resonate with this, but I would rather be compassionate to somebody where I would show compassion and love, and the moment that you cross me and I just, cut you off, I have every right to do that because what you did to me was not warranted in the way I was treating you with compassion. And usually when you guys do things like that, for example, it's like people start to think and wonder like, oh my gosh, I wonder if I, stayed with the collective and treated them better, or I wonder if I treated the collective like this, or it's always like a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Okay, and instead of woulda, coulda, shoulda, people should just do right by you in general. Okay, I'm not making it seem as if like you're the queen of Sheba, okay, or the king of whatever palace, but it's almost like people are forgetting that kindness does go a long way, and so does compassion. And when it's gone, because in this world of corruption and evil and greed and things like that, it's very hard to come by. Okay, it's almost like a diamond in the rough. It's like it's very hard to get something that you cannot have access to with 555 on the timer. Okay, you are listening very deeply when it comes to your healing energy. It's like you're feeling very deeply when it comes to the whispers that you guys are receiving. Okay, some of you guys, your intuition is very significant because you guys are receiving downloads. Okay, but you're listening very deeply to your intuition when it comes to you taking charge and action. Okay, you guys, so definitely take what resonates with that. I'm gonna drink some water because I'm thirsty. You guys you see I don't play about my water. Okay, like I be drinking a lot of water. Okay, like I have like 3-4 liter bottles of water at home, and I just boil water, and I just constantly keep boiling water and putting it in there because I'm just like, I'm not buying another one of these water bottles. They're like $1 or $2, but it adds up, and I drink a lot. So if I'm throwing those away, I'm like, no, I'm saving it and I'm keeping it. But anyways, I was saying when it comes to you listening very deeply to your intuition or what source is trying to tell you at this time, it's like you guys are listening deeply, but not only that, you're taking charge and action when it comes to listening to your inner emotions or inner thoughts. And the reason why you guys could be doing this is because of the fact of a lot of times people try to make it seem like you're crazy or like you don't know what you're talking about or like you don't know what you're saying. And because you're a seer or a visionary or you have like insight, a lot of times because you're somebody that can see things before they happen, people don't believe you until it finally happens. And I hate that because if someone tells me something, I'm just going to take it with a grain of salt and say, you know what, let me keep my eyes open, okay? Just in case if something goes down, at least I can say that person did tell me, they warned me, and I'm aware, okay? But it's never the case. It's always a collective, always warning somebody about something like, hey, don't go here today, or don't do this, or don't speak to that person, or this person's energy is weird, or whatever. And then in the end of it, it's almost like, oh my gosh, this person betrayed me. And it's like, why are you surprised? Like, I knew someone was going to betray me before they betrayed me, and I was not shocked at all. I just went with the flow and was like, all right, I guess it is what it is. You know what I mean? So there's something about inner knowing and you taking charge and action in your life when it comes to certain people, places, and things. Okay, taking action when it comes to the things that you want in life. Okay, not waiting for anybody to do anything for you. Okay, waiting for any handouts or anything like that. Like, people will always say that, you know, they're there for you or they want to help you, but again, sometimes it's like actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean, guys? So we have here angelic protection. So again, you taking charge and action, you guys are protected. So even if people are trying to stop your path or whatever, you know, progress you're trying to make, it doesn't matter what they try to do because you're very protected. Okay, angels are always protecting you, guides are always protecting you, ancestors are always protecting you. Okay, because of self-acceptance. It's like you accepted who you are as a person. If you notice, this person has like a little cute like an afro. Okay, this is confirmation. Like, they have curly or wavy type of hair, but it's like you literally accept yourself for who you are. Okay, whether people like you and your authenticity or not. Like, if people don't like the fact that you're authentic, then let them be like that, because they would rather be around people who are fake and phony, or people who like to like blow air up in their behind, okay, basically. And you're not gonna tell people what they want to hear. You're gonna tell people what they need to hear when it comes to truth and clarity, okay? You have literally people out there who it's like, oh, butterflies are significant too, but you have literally people like out there where it's like they love when people tell them things that are not true. Like, oh, even though that person's a bully, it's like, oh my god, but you're so nice, you're so sweet, you're nice to me, I love your energy, blah blah blah. Like, and that's a bully you're talking to, okay? If you can't differentiate between a bully and somebody who's genuinely nice, then there's something wrong, okay? Like, literally, there's something wrong with people out there, because it's like, if someone is bullying me and I call out that person for bullying me, because, you know, my big mouth, right? And sometimes it gets me in trouble, but whatever. I would rather speak my truth than be quiet and be bullied, okay? So it's like, if someone's bullying me, right, and it's like I say to them, it's like, why don't you pick on someone your own size? Or why do you have time to be bullying me when you can be doing X, Y, and Z? Like, calling them out like that and reading them for filth, basically, in that sense, it's almost like people are just like gagged, okay, clutching their pearls, like shocked and appalled. And it's like, yeah, you picked the right one. Okay, like, people don't realize that just because you're quiet and you try to be calm and peaceful, they don't know who you really are. They don't know that you're like a spiritual gangster. And I'm not saying that to make it seem as if like, oh, we so hot, and you know, no, spiritual gangsters meaning you are protected by your ancestors. So even if you don't want to go out your way and start, you know, drama, or, you know, protecting your peace by calling people out, your ancestors will do it for you. 1111 on the timer. Your ancestors will do it for you. They'll protect you, okay? Because they know your heart, they know your soul, they know your energy, okay? Romance and connection is significant. So because you guys self-accept yourself with romance and connections, it's like, you know who you are as an individual. You don't need someone to tell you who you are. You don't need someone to tell you, you know, when it comes to like validation and stuff like that. You know who you genuinely are. And that is why you don't care if people like you or don't like you, because you know deep down inside, whether you have friends or not, you're always content in your own energy. And that's really sad for some people, because a lot of times people cannot be by themselves. They cannot be content with themselves because they hate themselves, okay? A lot of times people hate themselves and they don't even realize that they're portraying or projecting that hatred onto you who loves yourself, okay? Yeah, we have forgiveness and understanding. So again, some of you guys could be forgiving yourself and understanding the situation for what it is and moving on. For a lot of you guys, there is an energy, like I said, lingering around, and I cannot wait for this full moon to come by so that it can just release and wash out whatever this energy is, because there's something about other people from the past. Their energy is lingering in your energy, not because you want that, but because people are literally in regret and guilt because of how they treated you, okay? Because when the connection was real, the connection was authentic, it was fun, okay, it was pure, it's like they didn't appreciate that. And now that you're gone and you're in your own energy, you're taking care of yourself, your skin is healthy, it's glowing, you're drinking water, you're taking care of your body, your mind, your spirit, you're not into any drama, you're minding your business. For some of you guys, if you have kids, you know, maybe you have kids of your own, you go to the park with your kids, you play with your kids, maybe you're pregnant, whatever it is that you're doing right now, whether this is going back to school, learning a new, you know, a new lesson, a new course, whatever it is that you guys are doing, it's showing up in the energy super hard. And it's like people are feeling this about you guys, okay? Yeah, there's something about forgiveness and understanding and ask and receive, okay? So it's almost like you asked and received for a new life, a new, you know, opportunity, a new journey, a new beginning. And I feel like you guys are getting that, because it's almost like people who are in nostalgia of you, like I said, they're not going to get back this version of you. Yeah, transformation. Like, you literally asked and, you know, received when it comes to you going through a transformation. Okay, I'm going to get one more card and see what else shows up. But definitely there's something about you guys going through some type of transformation, okay? Yeah, spiritual growth. It's like you went through whatever lesson or whatever, you know, obstacle that you had to go through, and the universe sees that, and that is why you're able to have some type of spiritual growth. Some of you guys with this situation that you're dealing with, you took a step back. Like literally when it comes to people, places, and things, you took a step back. You focus on manifestations, okay? And then there's something about a learning experience. So yeah, you learned something because you surrendered to the universe when it comes to the energy, and it's like you guys were more vulnerable with freedom, okay? Divine timing as well. So yeah, whatever it is that you guys are doing, keep doing that because it's working right now. It's showing up in the energy for those that do resonate with this, but definitely continue doing what you're doing, okay? Because it's definitely working for you guys. All right, guys, but I'm gonna end it here, so please take whatever resonates with you. Thank you for the love and the support, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading. All right, guys, love you guys. Bye.